process.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Excuse that.
I gotta show you.
Please.
Every day I'm hustling from the day we came in the game and we still are. And there's so much more to do, and I won't be satisfied until I've done something that's never been seen. Check.
Good, my guy. How you?
Welcome to the promise.
What's going on, boy? Everything good?
To the promise, man. Everything good.
Yeah.
Everything wonderful.
Thank you for the hospitality.
It's too easy. What's up, brothers?
Good, brother. How you?
We blessed, baby. We blessed.
That's it.
We here, long as we here. As long as we here, you know what I'm saying? It's only right. Welcome to the promised land. Toast to all the hustlers, you know what I'm saying?
The last time we met, we was on stage together.
Yeah, we was on stage.
In Miami.
Yeah, him 500.
Yeah. Magical moment.
Yeah.
So we was on
It's a very magical moment.
It's gonna make some more history.
That's my boy. I told him to pull up today, but he couldn't make it.
You getting some money somewhere, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing.
You already know that.
As long as you staying busy, stay busy.
That's a fact.
Stay busy.
That's a
You
fact.
ain't got shit to do, make up something to do.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
I got here, I thought of the Palace of Versailles. You always hear about the Palace of Versailles growing up, and I'm like, this is like our Palace of Versailles. Like, it's like a destination.
Yeah, it's a moment.
Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
Let's spin on it, call it El Palacio.
It's crazy. Like, you hear the stories. I watched the horses that came in. I remember when you was in the trees looking down at the whole landscape. So it's like, it's incredible. And then the lake in the front, I'm like, I remember you telling us that. I'm like, wow, this is actually happening.
I actually had the lake dug up.
Right.
Took out everything I ain't want so we could refill it up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put the fish in that we want so we could pull out exactly what my mama want to eat, you know what I'm saying?
We'll save all of this for the future.
Oh, we ain't filming that?
Well, we are, right? I want you to take a seat. You're like standing up, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's how you get the best out of Rozay. Oh, it is. It's zones, though.
Yeah. Gotta create the vibe.
Yeah, it's zones, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, feel free to take a seat, and it's just going to be a natural conversation.
Well, let's do it. Let's sit down.
She's the boss.
Yeah. I see.
We just follow direction.
Yeah.
Boss meet the boss.
I see.
Somebody just did it on the line.
All right. First and foremost, the biggest boss, Rick Ross, Rozay. Thank you for inviting us, for having us at the
Not
Promised
gonna lie,
Land.
right? So, hold on for a second.
This is an extremely inspiring.
So I got
Amber Toddler's keep dry liner keeps.
Hold on, guys. So I have two gel brow glue thingies. This is the one that's high end, and this is the next one. And I kind of feel like the high end one, it's not holding that much pressure. Like, this next one is really, really strong versus the high-end one. So I think I'm gonna take that back. But back to the interview, I just had to say that. I ain't want nothing. I just wanted to say that.
Boss meet the boss.
I see.
Somebody just did it on the line.
But that's all fire, though.
All right.
Don't forget to like the
First and
video.
foremost, the biggest boss, Rick Ross, Rozay. Thank you for inviting
Don't
us,
come
for
in
having
here
us
and
at
not
the
like the
Promised
video.
Land.
Like the video.
This is an extremely
Everybody.
inspiring moment
Don't
for
do
us.
me
Just
like that.
pulling up, you know, coming from New York, we come from a very close environment. Like, you know what I mean? So you don't really get a chance to think. But this looked like Central Park. Like, when I was young, seeing the horses, I've seen the lake. I'm like, this is really dope for us to see, you know. So thank you for having us, man. It's very inspiring. Thank you.
Oh, man, you guys earned it.
Yeah. Well, let's get the numbers right. We got 235 acres. We got
No. That's when we bought it.
when we bought it, but we extend. We're gonna get to the
Yeah,
extension.
yeah.
We're gonna get the 87 in there.
Yeah.
So we got 109 rooms. We got 12 bedrooms, 21 bathrooms, and a plethora of other things that's going on. The largest swimming pool in the United States.
The biggest residential pool in the U.S. Drake and Kanye can invite him. They ever met.
All of them.
But let's get into the Rozay. So, you know, our slogan, assets over liability, that's what we live by. So what is an asset? What is a liability to you? Like, how do you define an asset? How do you define a liability?
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I think depending on the role you play and who you are, what's a liability for one brother could be an asset for another. You understand? Let's say me owning a private jet, 15 passenger. You know, let's say if it was $5.5 million. For one individual, that could be a liability. But the position I'm in, it could be an asset. And not just based on the money I get or my salary, but the individuals that surround me that I know would also lease this jet when I'm not using it. You know what I mean? So it's money we can get. We could take care of the maintenance, the pilot, the steward, everybody based on letting, you know, another dude or two make a move once or twice a month.
Yeah, that's very fitting because the way you acquired the property, it was somebody's liability, right? It was foreclosed. JP
Most definitely
owned it, and then you came in and purchased it. But a lot of people don't understand the liabilities that come with having an estate of this magnitude. So what are some things and some costs that people may not be aware of that it touches to maintain this?
Just simply the air conditioning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Your light bill, homie, your AC bill here, you can't fake that.
That's not gonna be.
You know how the youngsters say cap, the cap.
Yeah, I mean, but
You can't cap that. This shit is real.
so where we from, like the AC bill might be $500, but we're talking about something like this. So what would, I know there was some reports that it takes $1 million just to maintain this on a yearly basis. What are some of like those costs look like?
Man, you know, I'm gonna be totally honest. Rozay don't even get to see the cost. The way my team's set up, and that's really between my mother and my sister. The way that get handled, you know, when we begin the year, it's simple as, you know, my sister may let me know, yo, let's see, or what you doing with this individual covers the expenses for living for the entire year. Everything else right there is just, that's cushion. I call that confetti. That's like being in Club Live at 3 a.m. Poof. It's just falling. And I love to look up and let the dollars hit me in the face. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's easy. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved into this spot and we first got it up and running, that's before I fully moved in. You know, I saw, you know, light bill 17K, 18K, you know, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, I think one of the liabilities too, and I think you kind of flipped it to being an asset, was that you saw that there was some debt in the landscaping, right? There was some, I think, $500,000 in debt for landscaping, and according to you, were like, hey, I can cut the costs. I can mow the lawn myself, which led you to get into John Deere and saying, all right, we're gonna cut costs, we'll do it, and also allowed you to provide jobs. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Most definitely. That's basically how I look at everything around here. When you see my homies, the ones that's driving me, these are dudes that's from my hood. These are dudes that's from my community. And like I tell my dogs that surround me, you're not just gonna get rich being next to me doing one thing. You gotta be ready to do 5, 7, 10 things. So whatever you did in the hood, that's cool. You was respected for that. But over here, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do this. So when I get out there on that John Deere tractor, we all out there. We cutting grass, we doing everything that needs to be done. And for me, it's better to remain hands-on. I want to remain hands-on because you're really paying yourself. Remain hands-on, you get to see things from a whole different perspective. You know what I mean? Walking into your chicken restaurants and actually sweeping, learning how to cook the chicken. I could whip up a mean team.
You know what this reminds me of? Nipsey Hussle, when rest in peace to Nip. He was saying that in his early stages of his career, he did everything from engineer to produce. So he was like, during that process when the
Hold
engineer
on real
told him
quick.
something wasn't possible.
Let me say something. First and foremost, shout out to all of my entrepreneurs because y'all know in the beginning stage, it's really just you. It's it's a 24/7 job. Like if you don't do it, nobody else will do it. And it's like a lot of times people give up during that process because it's really so much work, but it's like you really have to play every part to get things off of the ground. And that's a really true thing. Like a lot of people, they just give in because it's so much, but that's a part of that sacrifice that you gotta give up for success. But we ain't gonna get, I'm not gonna preach today because y'all know I start and I don't stop. But I'm gonna put the interview back on.
That it is possible because I did it. So if you can't do it, get out to sea and I'll do it for you. And he was like, that really helped him in his journey because there was no part of the process that he didn't actually do himself. So nobody can pull a fast one on him or nobody can tell him this can't be done because he knew that it could be done because he actually did it.
Oh man, it makes you masterful. Imagine creating a film. You wrote the film, produced the film, directed the film, edited the film, distributed the film. Can you imagine the process and what you learned doing that? It takes you to a whole nother level when you're in a room full of other directors who could be great directors, but it's a whole nother vision, it's a whole nother insight when you actually hands-on.
Let me ask you this. Financial literacy, something that's popular now, but it wasn't always popular, especially hip hop. You know, when did you realize, okay, I'm gonna actually turn some liabilities into assets? I need to actually boss up and actually look at this from a real business, and it's not just entertainment. It's not just get a bag and just blow the bag. Like, when did you really have that transition, or was you always on that type of time?
I can't say I was on that type of time at all times, but most definitely as I progressed, as I elevated myself, as my finances grew, I understood what was at risk. And your whole approach changed once you have more things at risk. The same dude that you see right now that only got a box Chevy that's riding up and down the street, he a totally different person when he got $5 million at risk. You understand? So, you know, as I grew, as I moved on, you know, where I'm from in Miami, one of the homies that I looked up to and one of the ones that inspired me the most, he actually was featured on America's Most Wanted. He's serving 3 life sentences right now. And
Don't forget to like the video.
I still have, you know,
All right.
I still see a day of him coming home. We ain't give up yet.
Thank you.
When I speak to him and I ask him for advice as well, big homie, what's one of the things you wish you could have changed? And it's a dude that's been accused for over 80 homicides. And one of the things he told me was, Rozay, I wish I would have learned to give a pass. That's something I never knew how to do, was give a square pass, give a marker pass. If you did anything out of line, it wasn't no pass. So you understand? When he was 26, being featured on America's Most Wanted, that's one thing. But now when you're older, you realize my life was at risk.
Emotional intelligence. Something that thing was telling us about that. He was like, you know, now at this point in his life, he realizes that it ain't even really worth it a lot of times. And I feel like that way of thinking not only can save your life from being dead or in jail, but financially as well. It's
Most
like
definitely.
you in that moment and you realize this may make me feel good in the moment, but if I put this money into real estate, if I put this money into stocks, I'm gonna feel good forever.
It's not even a comparison. If it's something that I admire, if it's something I want, if I wake up and say, yo, I want to call Jacob and get that $3 million watch, we get it. We're in that position now. But when I'm grinding and I'm climbing up the mountain, and it's either we could go to Vegas and spend $500,000 this weekend, or we get a piece of real estate. It ain't even nothing to consider.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
get the real estate.
that was your mindset earlier, because I mean, in your book, Perfect Day to Boss Up, you mentioned that. You talk about how I didn't spend my advance, I didn't spend $1 from touring until I saw Port of Miami hit the charts where it did.
Right.
After that moment, did the mindset change? Like, all right, let's spend some little bit of bread. What happened?
Well, I said to myself, this shit real. Let's do some investments. We gonna most definitely enjoy it. Let's go get that Lamborghini you always wanted. Squeeze your fat ass in that car, boy. You know what I'm saying?
He's so
Squeeze your fat ass in that car, boy.
He is crazy.
You feel me? But most definitely, it was still, let's take it to that next level. Because we've seen this. Honestly, am I impressed? There's very few things that's going to impress me because we've seen this. And if it's something we've seen, I mean, I can applaud you. But that may be the most I could do because we've seen this. So, you know, the goal is let's do something we've never seen. That's what's burning the fire within me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we got some goats that's ahead of us that still can inspire us. But if it's something I've seen, all right, it's cool.
Also, speaking of something that you've seen, my mom always used to tell me, she said, a smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So it's like, we also have seen a lot of entertainers, athletes go broke.
Without a doubt.
Was that something that was like scary to you?
Of course. Every time I come through the gates, I say, damn. The homie that, you know, owned this previously before me made 50 million a night. 550 million plus came through his hands.
We need that.
What's gonna separate him from the mistakes homie made? And I began going down my mental list.
I just got turned on, but I'm gonna turn myself back down and do this makeup. Yeah.
You gotta step your man cave up again.
That's what we up in the score.
Who
On
brought that
ourselves.
every Marvel and
And we
DC
doing it a
character
little
ever
bit.
created? Don't let that go over your head. Who's your favorite character?
Batman. Real nigga, man. If Bruce Wayne be on this shit, that car was something else. That Batmobile, boy.
That's Voltron?
That's gang. That's gang.
You don't got Voltron. What the fuck are you doing?
Voltron. Oh,
Voltron was every young nigga dream,
I had to
boy.
watch that. Yeah. So during Corona, obviously, your number one asset was touring, and that got paused. And I feel like you had an epiphany moment when you started actually walking around the property and looking at things you could turn into assets. What was that process like? Because I know you talk about the baseball field that you say, you know what, I could turn this into an amphitheater and have comedians and people tour here. What was that process like for you?
Well, really, it was just, once again, you know, having more time to spend on the promised land than I have ever, maybe, you know what I mean? So I'm walking around, I'm getting up, getting on social media. I had to ask my homie, show me how to use my story. He showed me this, how you do it. You hold it down and then you can spin it around. Okay, cool. I just began walking around barefoot, so on and so forth, just talking little shit, but at the same time, it's time to capitalize on the moment. This will separate the real boys and men. It's a lot of dudes I saw live a certain lifestyle that came to a cease. Soon as that motherfucking fungus hit.
The fungus among us.
The fungus still among us.
Still among us.
You feel me? A lot of motherfuckers' lifestyle cease. It wasn't like that for Rozay.
Yeah, so while you were walking, because I know you purchased 87
Don't forget
acres
to
of land
link
that's
the
adjacent
video.
to this property.
Right.
Is that part of that
Yeah,
walk
I
that you were having? Like, wait,
Right,
that's
right,
this
right.
land,
Keep
I
coming
can have
in.
it. What are the plans for that? Because I know they said a rumor that you paid $1 million for the 87
It's getting
additional
sexy
acres.
in here.
What's the plans for the additional 87?
Honestly, I don't.
It's the morning time. And shout out to those getting up right now, getting sexy. It's getting sexy in this room right now. It's a whole lot of sexy shit going on. Back to the interview. Don't forget to like the video.
Yeah, to me, real estate has always been an asset. You can make a new car. You can't make that corner. You gotta buy that corner. And if my last name on it, you gotta come see me.
So when you talk about your mom, your sister, your friends, how I envision this is like a corporate structure.
Most definitely.
And it's like the
The
CEO,
empire.
the CFO, COO, and it's like a lot of things don't necessarily have to get to the CEO.
Why not? Right, exactly.
So talk about that.
Exactly.
You know, how did you envision that? And am I correct? That's how you kind of look at it, like a
Most
corporate structure?
definitely, and that's the only way I could see me having 20 current partnerships without any stress, without being burnt out, actually looking forward to this shit. You understand? We looking forward to sitting down with the homies. You can imagine how many interviews I do, how many Zooms, I call them rooms, and I look forward to the shit. And how can I do that? It's because the small talk shouldn't make it to the boss. You should have somebody on your team that's so hungry that shit ain't gonna even get past them. Of course they're gonna check in and run it by you because that's what you do out of respect for the boss, but you already know what the play is. And if I was the little homie next to the billionaire, it's very little that would get to him.
I'm sure you remember like your first car. Do you remember your first investment that you made? Maybe it was real estate or maybe whatever. Do you remember the first time you invested in something?
Oh man. Man, that shit, man. I'm sure it was something that had to do with the streets. That was my first investment.
Legal.
Statute of limitations.
That was my first investment, man. In some kind of way, I always been a good businessman. You know what I'm saying? I always kept my face clean and said what it was. And still to this day, I think that may be my most valuable asset. It's my dogs and my homies that I sat down with. It is what I say it is, and that's what it's gonna be.
Let me ask you this: what's the actual story behind this house? Because we know, obviously Evander Holyfield used to own it. It's called the Promised Land. It's crazy. Everybody always talks about it. How did it come across your desk? Like, I believe it was auction, and it was like $7 million, but you paid 5.8, so you paid well under the asking price, and that's crazy that you can get something like this for that price. So, how did that even come about?
Well, the story about the actual real estate, it was owned by the homie that played in Smokey and the Bandit. That's who Holyfield actually purchased it from. You know what I'm saying? And he spent $25 million.
Renovating and everything.
Right, building the entire crib. And so, like I said, homes was something I was always fascinated about. So when me and my homies started coming up Atlanta, we used to ride by here all the time. Stop, pull over,
Don't forget to
smoke
like the
one, and
video,
just,
man.
God damn. You know what I'm saying? After I got my deal and my situation, I bought $1 million home maybe 2 minutes from here that I still own, that's right around the corner, just so I could ride by it every day while I'm in Atlanta. And that's what the play was. Actually riding by one day, I saw a red sign that was on the gate that wasn't never there before. I told my homie, turn around, call my sister, haggle this number, call these people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the play was.
I want to go back just for a second because you said obviously you're an amazing businessman and you have a lot of assets. But what's a liability that you encountered during your career that you're like, you know what, damn, I shouldn't have did that one?
Man, I had 2 yachts at once.
In Miami?
Yeah, a 100-footer and an 80-footer.
Just cause?
Just cause. When you go on a run like I was on, man, it was just cause. And the experience of owning a yacht, before you've ever really kicked it with somebody who owned one, is you don't realize how much time you're really away from these boats.
True.
I go out of town, by the time I come back, it's something need to be done, this, that, you know what I'm saying? I remember I took French Montana out. Shit, we was out 10 minutes and we both was handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? I had to finesse us back out. It's just, you realize later on, you know what I mean? When it's just something that, a passion or something you just desire, something you just want. I ain't really put no business thought behind it.
Oh,
you understand?
don't forget
Well,
to
the
bronze the
person
top
I
lip.
am now, those same yachts, I'd be getting more money with them. At that point, I was like, man, I don't want nobody on my shit putting ashes everywhere.
Turned into an asset now.
Of course.
There it is. So we got to credit Ross with the pull up La Marina and the yacht. You inspired that line. You introduced him to the yacht life.
Of course.
There it is.
Of course. French will tell you we had a lot of good times on the boat.
So let me ask you this: we hear we see all of your different brands that you are affiliated with, from Bel Air to Rap Snacks to, of course, Wingstop. How particular are you about putting your name on something? Like, I'm sure a lot of opportunities come through your door.
Right.
What is it where it's like, all right, this is something I'm gonna rock with, this is something that I'm not gonna rock with?
Really, it should just be something that as soon as I see it, I fuck with that. If you've got to sit there and try to sell me on it, then usually I doubt if it come through. But if it's something that I just naturally fuck with, it should be a go. It should be a go. It's not just about the paper. It's something I always speak on. I walked away from seven figures up front for a cigarette campaign. I told them I don't smoke squares, homie. I can't help you on that. Well, we don't need you to smoke them. I can't do it, homie.
Yeah, and what's the approach? Is it a process going through the team first, or is it something like, sometimes you're saying, I like this brand, find out how I can be involved?
Yeah, I've done that a lot. I don't have no problem doing that. Same way I went and bought the John Deere tractor. I cut the grass a couple times, and I said, it's time for us to do some business. Yeah, y'all reach out to John Deere, let them know. I started putting them on my Snap. We had a conference call 2 weeks later.
Nice.
What's the vision? I came up with one right there in 20 seconds. It's easy. We need to get black farmers more involved with the culture. We need to get this, that. We need to support more of this, that. Yeah, it came naturally to me.
Makes sense, it makes sense.
Makes both sense and sense.
It's a fact.
You did one of the dopest things I've seen in a long time for your son's 16th birthday.
Right.
I believe you brought him a Wingstop.
Right.
Talk about that, because that was something that was very unique, very dope, very entrepreneurial. Like, we'll talk about that a little bit.
You know, my son, he's a very mature individual. You know what I mean? He's actually a great student, a great son. You understand? And he's an amazing football player as well. And he's very mature. You know what I mean? He's grew up watching me run in and out of Wingstops. He's always been, come on, I'm finna go to Wingstop, let's go. Come on. I grab a broom, you get the mop. Come on, let's go. He understands that, he gets that. So I just wanted to reward him as he coming into the young man, his maturity level, and let him know, come on, let me give you some of these responsibilities as well. It's not just money and paper, but it's also responsibilities. Little phone calls you sit in on here and there. Let me get your input on this and that because it's valuable. I'm just letting them know how valuable he is.
And you grooming him for the future.
Most
and you
definitely.
provide an asset that, he can have later on down the line.
Most definitely.
That's why that was so dope, because like you could have just got him something that's a material item, but to actually get him a business and groom him in the business, now it's like, mentorship on a whole different level on the business side.
Right. I think us as fathers and men, we got to teach our youngsters how to come into manhood and be responsible and take care of yourself, and not only yourself, but your family that you gonna create. So you're not just thinking for yourself. You got to be in a position and on a level to think and take care of others.
Well, I don't want to get the number wrong, but because every time we read about it, there's another Wingstop location that you've added to the portfolio. We know that McDonald's owns majority of the real estate that they put their franchises on. Is that something that you guys are envisioning long term? Like, we're going to get the land and put the Wingstop locations on it, or are we leasing? What's the process now for you?
It's really depending on the situation, because there are spots where we own the land, as well as spots where we lease the land. A lot of times when we came into positions where we bought 3 or 4 at a time, because a lot of times you get offers from other franchisees. We know each other, we communicate with each other. There's other franchisees that want to make a move or do this or do that. Cool, they reach out to us, what situation you in. Sometimes they own the real estate, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean?
So you got Wingstop, Thai Stop, 2 separate things, or is this like a new venture, or is it a branch off from the process?
It's most definitely under the Wingstop umbrella, but it is something totally different. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Which was really dope. It was a concept the team brought together. I gave him my input. Charlie Morrison, the CEO, he seen the vision. I told him, let's shoot the commercial at the Promised Land. It shouldn't take us more than 2 hours, homie. We line Rolls Royces up. and told them to come to the website, and it exploded. So it's something that we most definitely extended when really it could have just been a limited time only. Last night watching the Lakers game, the commercial ran. So make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, go to that thigh stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, that's what's real cool, man. Once again, something you've never seen.
Right.
Something we created during the pandemic. So, you know, it's just, we gotta brainstorm, we gotta network, we gotta communicate.
On the music side,
I'm over here
like,
icing
you
it
hear a
right
lot
now.
now about owning your masters, owning your publishing and all that. Who
Icing
educated you
it down.
on the importance
Don't
of
forget to like
masters
the video.
publishing? Because I feel like there's not a lot of mentorship, which is why a lot of
It's not.
Leos?
It's not. And as
Oh,
an
thank you.
artist, and not to cut you off, but that's something I had to learn myself. And the sad part about it is, a lot of times as being a young artist, I used to make songs dissing, you know, CEOs or anybody I was doing business with, when a lot of times they wasn't
My
even in
lashes look
position.
crazy. Hold on.
Or they weren't even owning their masters. So it's something that you actually gotta, okay, woo, 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 woo. And so, you know, the first situation I was in was X amount of records. And of course, as I'm delivering my albums, you know, I'm learning, I'm asking more questions. Okay, the bigger I got as an artist, the better attorneys I got. The more, okay, this the play. Okay, you have 2 more albums under this contract. After that, we finna renegotiate. Boom, you're gonna own your masters. You're gonna do this. Okay, so this the play. And so as a young artist, a lot of times you coming in the game, you're not gonna own your masters.
Yeah.
Because not who's there to really educate them.
You probably think Squarespace is just for websites, but you can also get a domain from Squarespace.
10 years, the process of getting to hustling, which is the song that catapults your career. But I want to talk about 2014, because you said you had to make a decision based on being the owner of a label. Biggest star at the time, Meek Mill,
Right.
outside of yourself,
Right.
about to go to jail, and you compromise your creative process. Can you talk about the mindset behind that, and then looking back saying, like, you know what, I should have never did this?
Well, you know, everything I've done as a boss in that MMG, man, I enjoy it, and I'm proud of it. Most definitely, Meek Mill, Wale, just the whole team, Gunplay, all my squad, because all my homies can still be creative based on their time frame. I give everybody their freedom to do whatever the play is you want to do. You your own boss.
I mean, do you guys see how that brush just nastily applied that product like that? That's why, me personally, I don't care to use beauty blenders, because the product don't be doing, it's for just tools. But that brush, don't ever play with a brush. Y'all can play with them beauty blenders and wet them beauty blenders and do what y'all do with them beauty blenders, but a brush, that's the beauty blender side. Don't play with me. Don't do that.
I mean, even in this partnership, you your boss. Whatever it is, let's go. I'm gonna support what your vision is. And, you know, I don't have no regrets.
perfect day to boss up. So, what made you get into the
Don't
literature
forget
game
to look
and
up
actually wanna?
while you're
You've been
blending.
dropping gems for a long time, right?
Shout
Your
out to that
interviews always
guy.
go viral.
If you know, then you
Clips
know.
on Instagram, all of that. People always look at you as one of these business thought leaders. What made you actually want to say, okay, I want to actually put the pen to paper and actually put it in book form?
It goes along with everything else I'm doing. You know, to me, it was really simple. One time for Neil Belkin, you know what I mean?
It's
My
getting
homie
cold
would
in
actually,
here.
you know, sit next to me and just put the pen down as I'm, you know, talking my shit, 6:37 in the morning. And that's what it is. I feel film is next. I already got the first scene of the film I want to do.
You writing the film?
Of course. Already got the first scene. The first scene gonna be dope, right? The first scene gonna be dope, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be getting ready. I'm finna fuck a chick, right?
Of course, why not?
Yeah. And so I've been out in the street
blend
all
out
day. I
the
take my money out.
edges.
I put my pistol on the dresser, and then I got a shit bag. So I take the shit bag off, put it on the dresser. Some of the shit kind of spilled the chicks, you know.
Nasty.
Like a romantic comedy.
Oh, no. We finna be getting to the money, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be getting to the money. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be
number one.
Yeah, but I just feel like, you know, when it comes to being creative,
Get
we
brushes,
all need to take advantage of our
use your
assets.
brushes to really
Let's take advantage of it.
give that full.
That's something we can do. If we could communicate, we most definitely are authors. You naturally are author, homie. And then if you most definitely got something that's valuable for others to absorb, you are author. So let's not leave that untapped.
I'm gonna
One of
just
the
take
things
off
you've
that
done, you said
access.
that promising pays for itself. Because
Without a doubt.
you've turned it into an asset. And since you brought up film, obviously we know Superfly was shot here, and we all know the Coming to America 2 was also shot here. What are some other ways that you use this property as an asset to generate more revenue?
I mean, just from of course, film, different films, videos, visuals, the automobiles, and the list just goes on. The list goes on. You'll be amazed how many offers I get every week for marriages and this and that. Yo, we just want to rent it. How much is it per hour? It's just, you know, we've you know, put it on a platform and in a position where it's just something that people from different countries want to come. How can we experience this? You know what I'm saying? For people who visit in the city, who visit in Atlanta, they come out here and just, I had to tell the security, let's not waste energy trying to stop people from taking a picture in front of the gate.
It's like Buckingham Palace.
We can't fucking stop it.
You know what? It's a really smart idea because it reminds me of the Versace Mansion in Miami, where now people get married there, they have bar mitzvahs there. So it's like, all right, you have this amazing, you know, estate, and now it's actually turned into a tourist destination. People have parties here, and it's like, now, once again, turning the liability into an asset, and now you actually can make money.
Most definitely, visuals you wouldn't even imagine. The video list could go on from Skip Marley, they was playing soccer. You wouldn't have knew that was on the promised land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby. It's supposed to be a good day.
The list just goes on. You know
Don't forget to
so,
like the video.
And that's one thing we're about, good business. Let's keep it simple. Let's do good business. That's what it's about.
How important being a boss? Everybody always says boss, but they don't understand the responsibilities of being a boss. So how important is it to be diplomatic as a boss? Because it's like, as a boss, people have all kinds of issues. They come to you with everything. You might want to actually physically attack somebody, but you can't. You got to deal with this person this way, that way. Like, what's the...
We actually spoke of it in the book. You got to manage your emotions. You must manage your emotions. You got to master the art of taking the L. Because being a boss, you're going to lose, you're going to win. You know? So you got to be able to grow and take from whatever the situation is, regardless of what it is. And sometimes I may not be the best at dealing with my emotions. Sometimes I do. It's like that, though. But overall, you know what I mean? I leave my door open for good business. And that's more important than the way my emotion.
You've got your McNuggets, people. And you've got your Filet-O-Fish, people.
You ever just wake up like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened?
I do it all the time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Nigga. I look over there, look at this shit, nigga, this shit, y'all niggas crazy. But you know, it just remind you, it ain't nothing nobody can't stop you from doing. I don't know how many cars we got. That motherfucker's so clean. That station wagon, come on, man, I hadn't even seen one of them before. I ain't drove that one, or that one yet.
That's the real old school.
That's a real old school station wagon, for real. I spend $100 on the old school every month. 100 every month. I call in, hey man, it's how I like it. Send it.
You know, one of the things you said about the assets generating revenue was cars. And I know a lot of times you do them for shoots and sometimes for films. Have you ever thought about, because most people think cars are depreciation assets, liabilities, but they can be an asset, right? Have you ever thought about renting them out, like on a platform like Turo or something like that?
No, I haven't. You know what I'm saying? My old schools, my classics, I really haven't, you know what I mean? But, you know, the way I look at them, they becoming more valuable. You know, my Chevrolets, the 55, 56, 57s, I just think about the position my son, you know, my kids will be in when they celebrate that 100-year anniversary for those 57 Bel Airs, and how much will they be worth then? I'm sure to be in the 7 figures.
Old school costs more than new school.
Yeah. And for everybody that's watching, if you got old schools, if you do want to sell your old school, I'm finna give you some game. I don't give a lot of people game like this. But if you got an old school you want to sell, let it get dusty, let the dust settle. Because when they come to buy it, tell them, you know, hasn't been draining in 3 years.
So I'm hearing talks about the motherland. I believe it's pronounced Tanzania. You looking at some real estate over there? There's some rumors about that?
Man, what I had was I actually had an interview, and I was speaking with one of the cool DJs over there. And, you know, he invited me over, and, you know, I put it on the table, and I told him, yo, if I was to come out there and cop a crib, what areas should I look in? What areas should I look at? You know what I mean? And he told me a few areas, and, you know, I just left it at that.
Okay.
You know? But, you know, I love to travel. I want to see the world. You never know, I may cop something overseas yet. I got a little traveling to do, though.
Well, one of the themes throughout Perfect Day to Boss Up is growth. And you spoke about it when you said, you know, keeping your cool. You talked about the incident with the reporter who said that they created the story of that yo was a correctional officer and how that ended up costing you hundreds of thousands. You spoke about the incident at the Breakfast Club where you said, you know what, I was trying to make a joke that just didn't come across correctly. What did it take for you to get to this point of growth and maturity? Because now it becomes like, I think for a generation of people, it's like, yeah, Rick Ross known for music, but at this point he's a boss, and now he's a mature man and a father. Were there some processes that were going on in your life that brought you to this point?
It's so obvious. You gotta have respect. You gotta have respect. You gotta know your role. You gotta play your position. You gotta know what the deal is. You gotta honor the set, man. That's how it goes. And when you're one of them people who you honor the set, you understand your role, hey, maybe some things come a little easier. When I see motherfuckers who live a little reckless sometimes, you can block your blessings, man. You could be sitting right next to the next play that could have put you in position, boy, to join the 3 Karma Club.
I think one of my favorite lines you ever said was the bank account called the Holy Ghost. Yeah. And so, what number was the Holy Ghost number for you? Or how many commas?
Man, you know, to me, you gotta understand the type of mother I got. You know what I mean? She a real boss. She, you know, she about her business. You know, she put me first. You know what I'm saying? When she call you and say, "God damn, son, God damn, this shit real," like, you know what I'm saying? Because I never got those calls from her, and I've been getting money a long time now. But it's like, yo, it's different when she called you and said, and I say, I told you this shit real, you know what I'm saying? Because there are numbers that when they come, you gotta stop what you doing and like, yo,
levels.
This shit real.
Yeah, I mean, you said the line twice, so I knew it had to be real.
Yeah, the banker called the Holy Ghost.
I want to ask you 2 questions about that.
I know you did too.
The first one, as you can see, we listen to rap a lot. So once again, Nipsey, when he was like, when you make your first million cash, you're gonna feel the pressure. How was it when you made your first million? Because we always talk about $1 million like growing up, like it was like $1 million, and unfortunately, the vast majority of people never gonna be able to see $1 million. So when you saw your first million, how did that feel? Like, was that just an ill moment for you? And when did you start feeling? Did you start feeling that type of pressure? Like, damn, I'm on the other side of this thing now.
When I sat down with Jay and L.A. Reid, you know, I got a 7-figure advance right off the rip for, you know, my first album. I wasn't satisfied though. And most definitely, that might have been at the top of the list. I scratched that bitch out, you feel me? But it's too much more history to make. So like I said, I got that advance and I hadn't spent shit. I already had a crib. I already had my 745 Beam and you know what other little whips I had just from doing my thing. So I just stayed focused on the grind. That whole first year, when you go back and listen to all my records, really from 06, my voice hoarser than a motherfucker, because I was doing shows and verses every day. I ain't give a fuck. I wasn't leaving nothing on the table, nothing. And that's still my mentality right now. That's still my mentality right now. Me and Jeezy was just having a conversation about this a day or two ago. I'm still that same person, regardless of how, whatever the fuck we got. If somebody come over here and they talking about, I'm gonna tell them, come drop that off and bring the rest the next day. That's just Rozay, that's just, it don't matter.
Never get satisfied.
Nah. Why not? Let's do something we ain't never seen.
Make history.
That's what it's all about. If it ain't history, that shit small talk, homie.
What's the, like, where you at now? A crazy amount of money. I'm sure you got, you know, accountants, you got estate planning attorneys, all of that. But how important is it to actually keep an eye on that? Because we interviewed Fat Joe, shout out to Joey. He was telling us he went to jail because his accountant was supposed to be paying his taxes for him, but his accountant was actually stealing the money. He didn't actually realize it, and by the time he realized it, it was too late.
R.I.P. to that nigga. Rozay gonna say R.I.P. to that nigga. R.I.P. to that nigga. I would've pulled some of that. That video that nigga play. Nigga, you crazy.
Mafia music video part 2.
Oh, man. God bless you, nigga. God bless you, nigga. You crazy.
But I mean, do you think about stuff like, do you have like people that's accountants watching accountants? Like, how do you make sure that that doesn't happen?
You don't really need accountants watching accountants. You just need the right one. Too many motherfuckers watching motherfuckers. You expecting problems. I ain't gonna do that. Once you've been put in position, you're liable and you will be held accountable and you're responsible for your job that you're getting compensated for. And we only here for one thing. We want to win. I want to see you win just as much as I win, brother. Now, if you can't handle this, if there's too much paper for you, bow out. Check out. Because they ain't going to call me and tell Rozay that the money been gone and the people did it and the I'm going to say I'm finna hang up. You call back in 5 minutes and tell me you made a mistake and called the wrong name.
Ricky Sorrentino,
like a true
from Casino, remember? Remember that scene?
Shit, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas crazy.
So, the Promised Land model, because I think this could be replicated, and right?
Can't be replicated.
No, in the sense of, for you, in the sense of, you found a property that was undervalued, you bought it,
I am
you turned it into an asset, and I'm thinking long term, or even now. Is this something that you look to do in other parts, other countries? Because you got one here in Georgia, so you have
I'm
property
getting
right
done
here.
for the whole
There's other
day.
parts of the country that you're
Listen.
interested in doing something similar to this.
Shout out to my girls that invest in their looks for the day. Get sexy for the day.
You know, it'll be hard to recreate this.
Because
But am I still looking for real estate? Am I still looking for property investment, so on and so forth? Of course.
I need to clean my lashes off.
I will never stop doing that.
I'm gonna take a little
I've
picture.
won on every piece of real estate I have, even though I didn't get into it to flip it and, no, I just got them and copped them. I still got them. I bought a crib that the homie Amari Stoudemire sold. I still haven't slept in that bitch once. But guess what? The value is, I could sell that same house for possibly maybe $3 million more than I purchased it for.
Nah, wait, I need to get something else.
And when I walked in there, I told the lady, this is my house. The real estate agent was like, what do you mean?
What can I do?
This real estate. Give me my shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And for me, real estate has always been a good thing, and that's something my mom always told me. Because what we grew up at, them houses might have been $50,000 at the time. Them same houses, shit, $500,000 now.
Yeah, we've seen the gentrification happen in Miami. Wynwood. It's so crazy. I was in Wynwood years ago, and I was driving through Wynwood, I had never really seen a neighborhood that bad. Like, it was like crazy. I'm like, it's like the 80s. Fast forward 5 years later, it was like the hottest speakeasies, taco spots.
Taco spots, tequila joints,
crazy.
everything. They moved all the bums out, all the niggas out, all the blacks out, all the Hispanics out, forced the homeless motherfuckers to go on the other side, and they getting to the money.
That's a fact.
And Rozay sitting here saying, okay, we gotta know how we look at things now. We can't look at it for the current state that it's in. What's the potential? What's the potential? Because owning a shitty building on the corner that they knocked down 15 years later and put a high rise on could have made you $25 million.
Yeah.
That's what Jay said.
Yeah.
I could have bought a building in Dumbo, 5 million years later, 20 million.
That's how I'm feeling.
Dumbo.
Yeah. That's a fact. So is that something you're looking to do? Definitely go back to, or feel a responsibility to go back?
We most definitely,
and then
buying
invest.
shit. We buying shit without a doubt.
Okay.
And we being that example. Whether it's in Miami, whether it's in Mississippi, wherever it's at, it don't matter. We getting in all the areas that we fuck with. Cannabis, shout out to my partner, Berner, we finna do big things. I look forward to opening my first goddamn dispensary on Collins Ave, and that bitch gonna make $1 million a day.
Is that separate from cookies, or is that in partnership with
Yeah, it's a partnership I did with Berner. You know what I'm saying? That's been my favorite strand for
It's
15
getting
years.
sexy in this bitch.
So once it was, yeah,
Excuse
it's no
me.
brain, that shit easy.
Yeah, we've been, well, there's some people that we know that have frequently visited cookies.
Yeah.
But it's a gold mine, right? It's a cash business.
Man, that shit is a $1 billion enterprise without a doubt. It's $1 billion, you know.
And it's obviously something that you're interested in.
Oh, most definitely. I love it. It's too easy.
Have you ever thought about like having some level, because you're so wise, so smart, but unfortunately a lot of people still coming into music, or just entrepreneurs in general, some level of mentorship on a wide
Most definitely.
Rozay Academy?
Most definitely, and that's what we just had a couple weeks ago. We called it the first annual Boss Up.
Yeah, we was out of town for that, but a couple of our friends went and
Yeah, my partner Alex Bostic, he's sitting here, he over there somewhere. And once again, he played several roles on the team, but that's what we did. We got 40 other entrepreneurs in the room together over a weekend, and we all just
shared ideas, mastermind.
That's all we did. And man, it was so valuable. I learned from them and vice versa. We learned from each other. Now let's share each other's platforms. Let's share each other's connections. Let's share each other's resources.
We watched certain people growing up, and we idolize them, number one, because of their talent in music, number two, because of their business acumen. But unlike them, you're actually involved in educating the process and going through the process with the people, right? We watched you grow into this. We always said you was the boss, but we've actually seen it come to fruition.
Right.
Were you super intentional about that from day one? Like, yeah, I'm the boss, nobody made a sound, but let me show you how I am the boss.
Yeah, without a doubt. I gotta show you. Every day I'm hustling from the day we came in the game, and we still are. And we still are. And there's so much more to do, and I won't be satisfied until I've done something that's never been seen.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
And that's just not a dollar figure. There's also, yeah, most definitely, it's plays being made. This is a special time that we in life. When you look around and you see crypto and all this shit, it's just like when the Commodore 64s was first created and motherfuckers got to see a computer for the first time. That's where we in a revolutionary part of life right now. And it's time to be a part of it. And that's just one of the things. You see the platforms, media, and all this shit. You create your own TV channels right now.
Yeah, we know a thing too about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yo, man, I'm inspired.
That's a fact. Your partner, Tommy Duncan, in Jet Dot, he told us, he said, every industry is up for disruption right now because of social media. There's nothing that can't be disrupted right now.
Right. It's too many ways to make the goal used to be $1 million. It's a B now. Yeah. Now it ain't even $1 billion no more. Yeah. That's become local.
Mark Cuban said that to us. He said, if you have $1 million, you should be walking on eggshells right now.
Be scared.
You should be scared because you're
$1 million?
if you have $1 million.
Oh, nigga. Nigga, you got one ticket, boy. You gotta.
Oh, what?
Nigga, 10.
10.
Minimum.
15.
Minimum.
Need at least 10 to be comfortable.
Yeah.
No. 10, you should be scared.
Oh, okay.
That's when you pitching on the mound like Rozay. And no excuses gonna be accepted. We ain't accepting no excuses. We really coming to get it. It's one thing when motherfuckers rapping, making songs and talking about this, that, 20 million, and this shit real right here.
Yeah.
This shit real. We accumulating. Fuck all that fancy shit, cause it's a real big difference in who doing it and who talking about doing it.
It's the evolution. Like, I feel like our heroes growing up, they never got a chance to mature. Like, when Big said the rings and things you sing about, bring them out. That was what he knew. He was 23 years old. But it ain't really about rings.
Right.
It's about...
No, we most definitely...
No, but I'm saying that's important.
Y'all know what I was thinking? Y'all know I gotta look poppin' all the time, right? So I just had my blonde hair and I'm no longer a blonde. I am back to dark hair. So I'm thinking, should I do pink lipstick today? The gloss? Should I put the gloss on? Or y'all think I should do red lipstick? Thank you, mamacitas and papacitos. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I mean, as y'all know, this is the lip tint that is out. And if y'all want to find that, y'all know that is on the community tab. I'm going to put that on because y'all know I gotta have a nice pink set. This one don't got a little stopper on it, so it's quite a bit of gloss. But get into this tint. Okay, this is the before. Well, it's so potent. It started to do it already. As y'all can see, this is that lip tint. If that you like it, hold on. Let me get it real pink for y'all. Cold game, baby. It's cold. It's nasty. You see what that just did? Give it a few to marinate. Thank you. And then, y'all gonna see. Oh, first I need to dust off that powder. I was letting it bake around those areas for a little bit. And now, I'm gonna set everything, and then I'm done in like 5 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta get to my task.
I understood exactly what.
But I'm saying that this is what, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like the evolution of the businesses, the money that you're talking about, bring them out.
Without a doubt.
We never got to see him.
And we never got to see him grow to that point.
But he most definitely gave us the vision.
Absolutely.
And said it. Because that was the pace Big was on. You know what I mean? He inspired me in a whole nother way.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying?
B.I.G. reincarnated, you said.
You know what I'm saying? The way he inspired me and gave me game that there's no way just listening to his level of maturity, his vibe, and his rhymes, you could have told me.
Y'all like the lips.
You could have told me Big was 23 back then.
Yeah, so.
The influence he had on the game, man, that shit was priceless. But we most definitely, he was letting you know, because every time I was watching YouTube back then and he was in a burgundy Land Cruiser, I was like, I need a Land Cruiser. I want a Land Cruiser, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you brought up crypto, and I know you actually were in the space, and somewhat, maybe a partnership with G Shiba. Can you talk to us about what the partnership is and the purpose?
You know, they came through, you know what I'm saying? They put some things on the table. They was with a homie of mine. And, you know, I just embraced them. I embraced them, showed them a lot of love. You know what I mean? But, you know, right now, with so many, I'm getting approached
Thank you for my super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The message said thank you for being you. You know, thank you for loving me how I am, because I know I'm a lot actually. So thank you. Now it's time to take over the motherfucking day. I got my leg up on the day. I've been up since 5 a.m. This is like the 6th tab that I done did with that. I'll be right back. Hold on. Nah. Why y'all didn't tell me I look this sexy right now? I look mad good. But you know what I'm gonna do? Because I feel like the dark hair got me looking a little bit basic. I'm about to open up my eyes like really, really bright. Nah, it's about to be a fine day. Today gonna be fire. Thank you. That's a fact. Listen, how y'all feel about that way? Thank you. Just in case that y'all wanted to see me from another angle. Hold on real quick, because my chin looking a little boxy. Did I put so much bronzer on my chin? Hold on. Because we must get it together real quick. Let me get my chin together. What the fuck is this? Okay, let me go ahead there. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Tiara. Shout out to you. I appreciate the love and stuff like that. Yeah, I really don't allow negativity into my inner matrix. So I see the bullshit, but I really don't see it out my real eyes. You know, like I don't let these motherfuckers get to the door. I love all of them. Because I know being this beautiful and being this sexy and being this bad, being this tall, being this complexion, being this everything gonna get you bitches upset. And you know, at this point, there's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. But the people that love it and express the love for it, thank you. Shout out to you. And keep on spreading that love, because that's what's gonna come back to you. So all of y'all haters out there, I know your internal state and you mad. You gotta unmag yourself. You gotta undo that. I'm gonna let this nose powder sit for just a second more, because I wanted to really have a really sharp, nice, pinchy, little cute nose today. Yeah, so shout out to the people out there that's showing me love, because I know that your internal state is happy, and I wish you more of that. But for the haters, y'all know where y'all can kiss it. And it's a lot, too. Y'all feeling the face? Thank you, babes. I'm gonna do one more little thing and then I'm done. I'm gonna just let this sit. And I'm gonna finish up the
Crypto, NFTs, this, that. Oh man, Rozay, you can make $1 million on the NFT there. I say I'm not really inspired, homie. I'm one of them dudes you gotta drop the bag on the table. Poof. Or the confetti gotta fall. Poof. Other than that, you know, cause it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. All that shit, stocks, all that shit. It's a lot of talk. Oh, Rosie, boy, we made so much money. Then why you even telling me about it?
bring the bags which is out
Because
there.
if I was making all that money, you talking about it, I wouldn't even be telling you motherfuckers. I'd be running that shit up so much.
That's what we run into the problem though. If we have education, right?
No, I'm just saying, because when are you gonna show us the dudes that's really all I ever seen the dudes from the stocks and all that, I seen the Bernie Madoffs and all that shit. And for years they thought them dudes was winning big. But once again, I've never really had experience in those areas. So guess what? The things I knew how to do was going by real estate, something I could touch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I stuck with. Now I've been approached by some homies that's in good positions. And I see them, they getting paper, they getting money, they telling me about the crypto, to this and that, to this and that. But I'm not afraid to say Rozay moving in that area extremely slow.
Go with what you know.
Oh man, straight up.
That's Warren Buffett's philosophy.
Cheers.
Okay.
You know Warren
I
Buffett,
can
the
see
third
now.
richest man in the
I
world?
can see.
Second?
I can see.
To top 10.
Top 10. He made all his money from stocks and investing. So during the dot-com boom, when everybody was investing in all these dot-com companies,
So
he
he
never
wanna
invested
pass
in
it.
dot-com companies because he said he just didn't understand it. And everybody was
Y'all
saying like,
crazy.
he's old, he's
Yeah.
outdated, he don't know what he's
Y'all
doing.
know what it is. Come on. Stop
Dot-com crashed.
it. Stop it.
Everybody lost money. He didn't lose any money. And his whole thing was like, I can't be swayed by the whims of emotion. This is my lane. I can't go into something that I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
And I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say that. Now, will I shoot the dice? Of course. I got homegirls, this and that. Oh yeah, this and then Dodge point. Oh, this shit did this. I mean, I'll give you a couple $2 to shit, you know, yeah, do a few things. But I'm not even gonna ask where it's at 3 months later, because majority of the time they don't even bring it up no more.
They ain't gonna call
They
you.
not text me like, yo, that shit you gave me, that shit is that. They fall back, man, and they just
They fumbled the bag.
they dropped the ball.
Before we wrap, I want to ask you, just
I
being
had to
here,
just fix my stuff up
I'm
real
thinking
quick.
about like the Rockefeller estate.
Mhm.
This is the kind of ideas that I'm getting. So this legacy of Rockefeller and names like that, is that something that you're actually thinking about when when you're no longer here, your family carrying on tradition like the Kennedys, the Rockefellers? Like I said, this is the inspiration that I'm getting just sitting in this vibe.
Well, most definitely, this is bigger than me. And that's my goal, for this all to be much bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? If it was just for me, we would have tapped out already. We would have said we good.
Yeah.
This shit bigger than me. You know what I mean?
The Williams legacy.
Generational wealth.
Why not? Why not? Let's create something that's never been done, man.
But how important, unfortunately, they said,
The gloss is here. That's the gloss there. And if that you'll like it, find it on the community tab. I posted it and there's a link to the site to get it. This is the pink color right here. It's mad sexy. Like, I get in trouble for wearing this out in public. Somebody said this trans is a top. Honey, who out here spreading lies on me? Who said what? Y'all is be crazy. I thought that it was innocent over here on YouTube. But clearly, you motherfuckers is grown and y'all nasty. Why y'all talking like that? Talking about tops and some. It's that white. You mean to tell me you a dog? I'm gonna go. Thank you, babes. Shout out to the bad bitches and shout out to the men that's on here showing me love. Shout out to everybody showing me love right now. Listen, it's Saturday. Listen, the makeup is on the community tab. Yes, that's the truth. Y'all can go and get that. The face is fire. Thank you, babes. If that you haven't already, subscribe to my channel because I'm always live doing different tricks. This is a more so pretty on a day-to-day look. It's giving eat these niggas hard out. So somebody said lift up the chin. Oh baby, it's a long neck under there. Y'all can never make me hate nothing about me, baby. I love it all. Thank you. Thank y'all. As I was saying, if that you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on your bell. I'm always live getting fucking fined on these YouTube streets. I get fined just because that's how I give it up in the day-to-day, but I share my tools and tricks, and I be giving y'all some good pointers and stuff like that. But if y'all like to learn some tricks and see somebody get all dressed up and have some kind of entertainment, just tap in with me. Y'all know that I'm a lip artist, so I just dropped this gloss. If y'all like these pink lips, the tab for it is in the community tab. Listen, it goes down over here. The face is holding it. It's doing this one too right now. I can't lie. It's doing its one too right now. But as I'm dropping everything. I'm trying to do 25 things at a time. Bear with me. But it's Saturday. I hope that all of y'all have a great weekend. Y'all better stay healthy, drink a lot of water, don't do no drinking and driving, because I know on Saturdays a lot of y'all get teed up. Listen, get you a designated driver. I'm not promoting drinking. I don't even drink. I'm just saying because the mass majority does, and I care about your safety and your health. So, get you a DD. If that you're getting some D, make sure to wrap that D up. Get as much D as that you can handle. But make sure that you do it in a clean way. Get you some vitamin D. Where I'm at is not as sunny at the moment, but I'm still going out because I'm in the mood to bag and tag. I'm actually not in the mood to do that because I got things I gotta do today, but I'm getting out there in these streets and better believe that today. I'm feeling real sexy. So, however I come across, be ready to feel it on my time. If you see me out in public, don't speak to me aggressively. That's about it. Okay. Thank you. I can do some makeup. I can. I've been practicing. Like, I really have been. Like, it's giving me clean. It's giving me full. It's giving me all of that. One thing that I'm trying to, like, get in the bag is my nose contour. My nose contour is so iffy. Some days I can contour it to the bone. Some days I really can't get it how I want it. So let me play with that really quickly. I say quickly, and I'm gonna be here for another 20 minutes. That's how y'all know I do it for me. If I don't feel done, I'm not leaving. I'm not coming. I'm not doing things until I get ready. First and foremost, that's how I knew I couldn't work jobs for people, because like if I had to get up early in the AM, but I wasn't together and presentable how I wanted to be, I'm late. Lateness into what? Getting fired. So I said, okay, I gotta become my own boss and start my own schedule and do things how I please, because babes, I'm just not that kind of person. If it ain't right, them lips are so pink, it's crazy. Honestly, I want to darken up the eyes a bit. Mind you, I done sprayed the face down and set the face and everything else. And guess what? I still gotta do it again because I'm putting on more stuff. But whatever, I do what I want. Now I'm clean. I gotta get out this house though. I really do because I got shit I gotta do. And it's still early. And I need to be done by a certain time. So that's how we gonna do that a little bit. Okay. Hello. I'm gonna go clean this shit up. Oh, hell no. Somebody said, yeah, it's crazy. That was a good one, though. Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all be trying to be all mean to the door. I got something for everybody mouth that got something bad to say about me. Okay. Now it's time to laugh. I feel like I want to sick 'em. Okay. Let's go. I just have to melt that down and stuff like that. But yes, guys, I didn't even get to the hair. A good brush set, Morphe. These Morphe brushes is like that. I look snatched. Thank you, babe. It's given just from the bottom, really like that. Yeah. Thank you. I gotta go just kind of fix my hair. Y'all have to just get out of here. But, all right, y'all. I love y'all down. Y'all have a great day. And see y'all later. Bye. Love y'all.